So when I don't follow my process, it tends to go a little bit foobar. So I have been listing 5 things a day. So like the core thing has been being done, but I have not been packing every day, and I should have done. And it's kind of caught up with me now. I've got 13 things. I mean, I haven't left it. It was just some things. It's Sunday now, and there were some things that sold on like Thursday, Friday, and I could have packed them at the time, but I didn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick them out now, live, so you can see what I've got to pack, because I want to get it all off kind of tomorrow to clear the decks. You can see when I go off the rails on my videos, because I normally do a video called Reset Time, or getting back on the horse. But yeah, I've been listing 5 a day. I've been trying to draft up. The place is a bit of a mess. The reason it's all gone a bit kind of wrong is because I bought stock in that wasn't listed to show off on YouTube. It's normally always the reason. Anyway, right, I'm going to pick this stuff out now, and you'll see what I've kind of sold and got back up. So I'll flip the camera around. Well, the first one is 2 of these. Very weird that I've had these on for yonks. 2 of them sold, and I think it was 1 to Spain, 1 to Italy. So quite easy to pack. I'd normally just, bubble wrap it. I'd probably put a bit of cardboard around. Hopefully it'll fit in one of those A4 eBay poly bags. Not poly bag, bubble bag. So 2 of those. Very weird they both sold, honestly, within 5 minutes of each other. Not very much money. How much do they sell for? Oh, not bad money, actually. £13.49. Did it really sell for that? Yeah, £13.49. Plus £10 postage on each one, because it sold to Europe. So that's the first one. There's an old, what was it, a SNES game? Yeah, SNES game, Star Wing. That sold cheap. I've had that on for ages. It finally went for £4.79 plus £3.49 postage. So not a lot of money, but like I say, I probably had it 2 years, so that's gone. Got another game, disc only, for GameCube, Pokemon Colosseum. This was in, I picked up a Zelda Ocarina, and it had a different version of Zelda in there, and this, from a charity shop actually. That sold for £12.49. It's going to Europe, so £10 postage on that, which will be not a lot of money to post, so that's gone. A Mickey Mouse mug has also sold, £13.49. Not bad for a mug. Probably would have cost me 50p. So £13.49 plus £3.49 postage for that. I use a wine box to package that, so I'll bubble wrap it, put it in cardboard, fold it all in, and then put it in a wine box, which will be probably cut down and double, put on itself a bit of double cardboard, and put newspaper all around it. So that's how I'll pack that. Okay, next one is this Philips DVD video combi. Didn't work though, so it sold for parts. So in the end, it went for £11.69 with £6.49 postage. It powers up. I think it just like chooses. I can't remember. I think it chooses tapes or something. Can't remember what I put, but yeah, it was sold for parts. So I probably would have picked that up for a £5. So it sold for £11.69. Not a lot of money. If it had been working, it might have been 30 or 40 quid, but clears the space. I used to get these and test them, and then if they didn't work, chuck them out. But you can clear them for parts, so worth doing. This I listed only a couple of days ago. It's one of those ones I'm sticking on eBay, but if it hadn't sold, I would have sent it to FBA as soon as I had a full box's worth. But it sold for £9.99 plus £3.49 postage on top. I think I probably picked it up for a quid at a jumble recently. I did pick it up for a quid at a jumble recently. It's been in one of my recent hauls. So yeah, quid to 10 quid, very quick flip. It's a pair of pink Faith shoes, very cheap. It's just clearing. I bought a massive bundle of shoes for 40 quid, and there was some I sold out of that lot for like, most expensive was about 70 quid, and it was maybe a few pairs of those. But this is the dregs. I've got some of the dregs in there. And so these were like £4.49 plus £3.49 postage, so just under like 8 quid in total. But just glad to get rid of them. They finally sold. I was getting offers on these. They were up for £4.49. Someone's offered me £3, which is just kind of a little bit ridiculous. But yeah, I'm glad they're going. This sold today. I've had it for a while. I would have picked it up for about 50p. I normally send out loads and loads of offers on Sunday morning, sort of thing I do while I'm still lazing in bed. So that ended up selling for £10.99. It's a Bumblebee. And it does that. Nice. Next to a couple of bits of RA, this hydropod, I got this from a clearance probably like 2 years ago, or maybe a year and a bit ago, from a local garden centre. It's sold for $22.99. I think it cost about a tenner. I can't honestly remember. But a lot of garden stuff goes sort of like this time of year. And that's a Harry Potter monster notebook. I've got loads of this stuff, and it dribbles out. And that has sold for... There's a lot of people selling this stuff, so you kind of have to bide your time with it. Sold for £12.79. So, and again, I think that cost... It was either 3 or 5. Right, let me flip it. Yeah, the only other things are a tent pole, which I've got to go and get out. That's in the shed. So that's some of our old bits, because we had an old tent, and then we bought another tent to try and replace it, but that was knackered. So I'm selling it off in bits. Quite worth thinking about buying old tents and tent poles and stuff. You might make lots of money, but people do want bits of tent. And I've got a pair of Gap black smart trousers. Again, not a huge sale, $12.99. So my sales have been, they've been consistent, but been pretty slow. And what I really want to do is sort of, it's amazing how easy it is to get out of routine. Now I'm glad I keep my my routine's a list 5 a day, keep tidy and keep packs. Now I've been doing the list 5. I haven't really been doing the other 2, and it shows. But I'm gonna get these packs up. Hopefully get them all out tomorrow. If that is causing me hassle, maybe I won't. Maybe the video might go later. It all depends whether it gets packed or not. And then tidy up and get back on it. And I haven't sourced. There've been no jumbles this weekend, so that's a bit of a worry in terms of like, have I got enough to source, but enough to list. But we'll just keep on keeping on. I've got a book fair next week, so we'll see how that goes. But I hope you've all had some good sales, and I hope you're keeping a bit tidier and a bit better packed up than I am. But I'll get there. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I've been checking jigsaws again. That's what I've been doing today, is checking jigsaws. So here's a few minutes of a revised version of my tips for counting pieces in jigsaws. I know it's enthralling. I know you love it. Well, it is quite useful to some people. But basically, not all jigsaws are the same. I'm sure you know this. And it's how to sort of quickly find out how many across, how many up, down you've got. You can't look at the same jigsaw on the internet, but I'll explain it in the next clip anyway. Okay, I'm still sorting through puzzles, and I've got a quicker way of doing it. So I know it's a bit boring, but I thought I'd share that with you. So yeah, I had a few responses like on my last video, which wasn't the most exciting video in the world. And one of them was, why don't you just count the pieces? Now the whole point is that I have tried counting the pieces before and then lost count. So this is about sort of doing it slowly to get it done properly, and also to give a fallback. So if you do lose count, you have a fallback position. So that's why I sort of take care. But I have got a fast way of doing it. Leanne put a comment on my last video, and she says she uses a grid. So I'm kind of doing that. But what I'm doing is I'm counting out hundreds. So I'm picking each of these pieces up 2 at a time, going 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, row of 10, and I'll do that 10 times. And then I'm counting the 100 back into various pots. sort of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And doing it that way is a lot quicker. You know, I was piling up piles of 10 before, and there's a risk that they might fall over. Another thing I have come across on puzzles is I said you can look up a puzzle on the internet and see how many down and how many across it is. Now, the last WasGig I did, or WasGig, sorry, I looked up, and the picture on the internet, same puzzle, had a different amount of pieces. So mine was, I don't know, it was like 26 by 38, and the one on the internet was 25 by 40 or something like that. So you can't always rely on looking up a picture on the internet, but you can rely on the number. If you don't know how many exact pieces are in your puzzle, you can look at the edge pieces you've got. You can make the edge pieces. So when you're doing this first initial kind of sort through, it might be an idea to, if you have any edge pieces, get them all together as you're picking up. So if I pick up 2 pieces, if there's any edge pieces there, get them across somewhere else. Now, I've been quite lucky with this one. I've opened up this one, I've got the jumble, and all the edge pieces are sorted in a separate bag, which, you know, never happens, but it's happened here. So there we go. I don't know if there's any more I can say about puzzles, really. They're not the most enthralling things to sort out, and you don't get a lot of money for them. But I do need to sort them out because I bought them, and I want to get them on and sell them for whatever I can get. So that's all for now. But this grid thing, good bit of advice from Leanne. You know, just whip through, do 100 at a time, chuck them in a tub, get to, you know, 1,000 or 1,000 or an 8 or whatever you've got, and yeah, Bob's your monkhouse. Okay, so I've just finished checking this one. It's exactly 1,000 pieces, which is different. So to the 1,008. So my suspicion is it's a 40 by 25 jigsaw. It's got 126 edge pieces. So when you add these up, so if you've got 40 going down the bottom and another 40 at the top, that's 80. And then, of course, you won't have, if you're counting all of these, you'll only have 23 because you won't count the 2 corner pieces. So that's another 23 twice, so that's 46, which is 126 edge pieces. So it definitely looks like it's a 40 by 25. If you weren't too sure about whether you know, how many on the edge, each edge it is, you could make one edge. So if you get one complete edge of 40 pieces, and you've got 126 in total, you know that once you take the 2 off, you know, 80 off that is 46. You're going to, you should have sort of 23 left kind of in the middle. Does that make sense? A lot of this is sort of stating the obvious, but it's sort of different ways, because you don't always get the same cut of jigsaw. They use different cutting dies to get different numbers of pieces. It's quite difficult. So it's trying to find a quick way to sort of realise how many wide by how many tall it is. So yeah, you can do it by making one edge and using a sort of process of deduction. But yeah, that didn't take too long at all. Probably half the time that it took when I was doing it before. So yeah, just going to bag it all up and put it back in the box, get it listed.